Hey everybody, Sebastian Maniak here. I'm just going to do a quick demo on how you can use Agent Gateway to proxy all your LLM requests, how to configure virtual MCP in Agent Gateway with Grok Build. So Grok Build is a new CLI terminal or agentic terminal from X. But what I want to use it is, instead of using just Grok or Super Heavy, I want to use my own local models that I've deployed on a DGX Spark. And I'm running locally Gwen 3.6. But I want to proxy all my LLM conversations and my MCP servers through Agent Gateway itself. So let's dive into what we have here. So I already have Agent Gateway deployed. And if you look at the screen here, you can click on this repo, log in, and I'll share it in the comments below. But in the configurations, if you go to the repo, you're able to see that I have Agent Gateway deployed in my platform with the Agent Gateway Enterprise UI. I have my DGX Spark gateway configured. So I have a specific LLM gateway for my DGX Spark, and I have a specific LLM gateway for my MCP servers in here. So if you take a look at this, you'll be able to kind of see everything I've deployed. When you take a look at the configurations, I'll have my backends. So here's the backend to my DGX Spark and what model it's running. Here is the backend to the MCP servers that I have. So I have two MCP servers, MCP server everything, and MCP website server. So once I have my backend created, I can then create my gateways, and then my gateway for DGX Spark that's deployed running on port 80, and then I have my virtual MCP gateway. That's all tied together. Then with that, of course, I have to have my routes. So anything that I go /Spark is going to get routed towards the backend configuration that I have. And the same concept goes to my MCP. So if I do /MCP, I'm going to be routed to my MCP backend itself. If we take a look at the UI, so visually, you're able to see that I have my DGX Spark gateway set up. My routes and my destinations. So if I use the playground and I make a request towards my DGX Spark, system instructions say be a helpful, AI agent, and with a user message of what can you do, we're going to make a request through the platform to my DGX Spark and then get a reply. So it just takes a second here. So I'm running it locally. So there we have a response from the model. I can help with a wide variety of tasks. And when we look at traces in the last minute, we can see that trace that we made to our DGX Spark, and we see all the traceability metrics that we want, especially from an enterprise platform itself. Just like if I would click on the MCP server and I click on connect, I have a list of all my MCP tools. And then I can ask it to, check out solo.io and run the tool itself. Now my MCP server made a call towards solo.io. So let's jump in, and we have the gateway configured. We have our dashboards. Let's now show you how you can configure Grok. So Grok Build is the latest CLI tool out there. Or agentic CLI tool, just like Claude Code or anti-gravity CLI. But the nice thing with Grok lets me, I'm really fond of the UI. So let me just switch screens here. All right, so I'm gonna make this bigger. So we have a CLI. So when you type in Grok, you get kind of your agentic CLI, and you can see here I'm using Grok Build. So if I ask it anything, what's 2 + 2, it's going to go to Grok and it's going to get those requests. I'm not going to get any information, or I'm not proxying any information. So for us to configure the config, it's pretty straightforward. What we'll do is we'll exit out of this. I'm going to go vi grok and then config. So it's a toml file, TOML. And inside inside the actual config, actually, let me just run this with Nano. Inside the config, we can do a couple things. We can now go model. If I don't want to use the model, I'm just going to type agent gateway model equals agent gateway base URL. I'm just going to paste this in just so it's easier for me. So there's my base URL. So I'm literally just hitting the agent gateway proxy endpoint. And then I also want to add my MCP servers. So my MCP servers dot agent gateway, let's say remote MCP servers that I'm hosting. And I'm just going to specify the URL. And I'm just going to paste that in. Next thing I'm just going to do is under models, I'm just going to set a default gateway model. So we can go models. Actually, no, let's just set that we'll have an option